Today I'm gonna give you a tour of my apartment. It's in New York. If you're new here, I'm new here as well, which is why I have some notes. The apartment's in Manhattan. It was built in the 1920s. It's about 300 square feet, which depending on where you live in the world is either an adequate amount of space or comically small. I've been living here for 1 year. You would imagine it would be more furnished than it is, but it's not. This is also a try not to judge me challenge. If you judge me, you lose. It's lunchtime, so this is a salad mukbang. I don't know how to pronounce that, let me see. You're supposed to say it with a British accent. If you would like some of the salad, I'd rather you just ask. Don't just reach through the screen into my apartment because that would frighten me. It's not a very interesting space, so to make this more interesting, I think I'm gonna show you different zones and then piece them together in your head, picture what the layout of the whole apartment might be, maybe even sketch it out. And then at the end, I'll do the grand reveal. Another note, if you notice any mess around, a lot of the mess has been added in post-production just to make me more relatable, or you're imagining it. That's a message for my mom if she sees this. In this video, we're gonna address why I don't have any forks, why there are 36 teeth in my apartment and where they're located, and also what's under my bed. It's the question on everyone's mind. To start, I think we're gonna meet by the mirror, so if you just come this way. You can come closer than that. This is actually too close, so I would like to ask you to stop being inappropriate. And we're also gonna sit up. I'm really sorry. Oh my God, somebody burped. This is a stump. I wanna lie to you. I wanna say that I found it in the forest and I chopped it down, but I actually found it at EQ3 in Chelsea. I went through many stumps and I found this one and I just knew it was the one. The person at the register said, "This is quite heavy, so you'll probably need to call a car. This isn't something that someone could carry." And I was like, maybe for you, but I'm actually really strong. So I carried the stump out of the store, and the store is completely glass, so they could see me struggling as I rounded the corner carrying the stump. I brought it into the subway system. In this city, you can be carrying a stump around through the subway system, and you're not even in the top 10% of weird happenings. The stump actually made a really nice chair on the subway, so I basically sat on it for most of the way home, lugged it out, and now it's part of the family. I have a plant as well. I don't want plants. Everyone keeps telling me to have them. This is like a New York version of a scarecrow. It scares away rats. It's done an okay job so far. I guess moving on. Welcome to my kitchen. It's my least favorite part of the apartment. This backsplash makes me so upset. I don't know why. It makes me feel like I'm in a dental office that was built in 2015. And if that doesn't make sense, I'm trying to figure that out as well. Another reason to hate my kitchen is this fridge. In addition to freezing everything I put into it, I think they put it in to the kitchen first and then built the kitchen around it because there isn't enough width to remove it and pull it out. If this fridge ever goes, they have to rip out the whole kitchen. So I give the fridge a lot of encouragement. Every day I go by it and I go, keep going. Let me see if I have anything interesting to show you inside the fridge. Everything's frozen. What's this? Ew. Okay, so there actually wasn't anything in the fridge to show you. So why don't I have forks? I think maybe because the apartment's so small and I can see everything pretty much at all times, I have this really strong urge to only bring things that I like into the apartment. And I just haven't been able to find forks that I like. I think in general, it's been really hard to furnish the place. Being in here has given me this kind of, it's ignited this kind of perfectionism that I didn't really experience before anywhere else I've lived. Nothing in here is really perfect. So anyway, moving on. Guess where I am. If you guessed I'm sitting on my bed, you're right. So I've had this bed. Somebody was eating Skinny Pop on my bed. I need to install security cameras. I think I might know who the culprit is. I want to introduce you to the reason there are so many teeth in this apartment, more than a normal human mouth. This is Toofie. Say hi, Toofie. Toofie was born in London, Ontario, Canada around 2013 or 2014, but now she lives in New York City just with me. What's there to say about Toofie? Toofie is a dancer. Toofie is an omnivore. She has some cavity fillings. She learned her lesson, and now her dental hygiene is actually really good. Toofie normally sleeps here. I try putting her away for the night, but she'll just gnaw her way out of any environment that I try to hold her in. Theoretically, if I had friends that came over, I would put her away. She's definitely a conversation piece, but not the kind of conversation that you want to be having with people that you're trying to befriend. I didn't have a bed for the first 6 to 8 months that I lived here. Again, it was just really hard for me to pick a bed. I also use my laptop here. This is really boring, okay? We're gonna talk about other stuff. Now we're gonna address what's under my bed. Look at Toofie, she's so cute. We have 2 suitcases. 2 years ago, I moved to the US with these 2 suitcases, and I still don't really have anywhere to put them, so I just have them under my bed for now. I use them as storage, kind of rolly drawers. Once in a while, for a short burst, I'll be like, I am going to really take care of my physical health and be disciplined, and so I have some weights. And then an ab wheel, which I've never really been able to figure out, like... Okay, so we're gonna move on. I could also make this an ASMR video if this is getting really boring. Okay, this chair. Everything is kind of like just like held together by like glue and dust in the city in general. So I used to live on the Upper West Side. I went foraging for furniture anytime it looked like somebody was giving away things, because I figured, oh, these are really wealthy people. They probably have cool taste and really high quality stuff. I saw this chair, someone burped, and I was like, oh, this looks really neat. Without even really evaluating it, I threw it on my back and I ran a bunch of blocks to store it in my apartment so no one else could have it. But then upon closer inspection, it's kind of like a DIY project that failed. Also, one of these back legs is broken. Once every like 20 times someone sits on it, the chair just collapses. Okay, I'm still sweating from the ab wheel. So if friends were to ever come over, this is the door that they would come through. This is the front door. Sometimes when I hear someone coming up the stairs, I'll like run over and just... I'm developing some issues living alone. This right here, this is Muffle. Muffle is from Ottawa, Ontario. His teeth are not counted in the total tooth count because his are actually prosthetic. Also in this corner, a print of some mouths from my friend. I think that I might just put pictures of mouths all over this wall. And I also want to have a nose wall. The main nose art that I'm trying to get is very expensive, and I've been haggling with this art dealer in Massachusetts for a year. Still not in my budget for nose art. This is a picture of my dad. He doesn't look like this now though. My dad's not a baby. This is a tote bag from the Hungarian pastry shop. Let's also do a what's in my bag video. There's nothing in my bag. If I'm carrying around a bag, it's usually just as a prop. I'm generally pretty uncomfortable with the idea of being in my body and having a body, so I need things to kind of like hang on to, and I don't know if it comes across on camera, but I'm very uncomfortable. Do you guys want to see my wardrobe? So my closet is actually too small to fit a normal size hanger. You can see nothing really fits, so it's always a struggle to close this. I have a graduation gown in here. That day, I got so much attention. There were people on the street saying, congratulations, what did you study, all this stuff. I hang on to it just in case I want to relive that experience. Let's say there's another graduation happening at Columbia. I'll just show up in my gown, walk around, and people will be like, congrats. Maybe I'll even have flowers for myself. I need to clean up some stuff. Remember, this is a try not to judge me challenge. Oh my God, somebody left underwear on the ground. Maybe we should do this like a fisheye. I hope this doesn't make me look really odd. Something exciting about this apartment is that the bathroom was completely renovated before I moved in. I personally, I don't even use this toilet because I don't do that. The shower curtain, or lack thereof, much like the forks, I just couldn't pick a shower curtain. So I just have a liner for now. I think I'll probably never have a shower curtain at this point. Somebody used all the toilet paper. What else is there to show you? This is a print of my favorite painting by Jack Chambers. I've given it a really big mat because I've noticed that tasteful people do things like that. These are odds and ends on my windowsill. Moving to the other windowsill, this is what could best be described as a mess. I have my painting supplies. This is a painting I did of, this is a house in Canada, where I grew up. But yeah, I need some kind of container for my painting supplies. Okay, now starting from the front door, I'm gonna show you the whole apartment. It's a small space, barely big enough for one person, but I feel so grateful to have it. Thank you for joining us on the apartment tour today. If you liked this video, talk to your doctor. If you've had any questions about anything you've seen, I also have some questions. Say bye, Toofie.